Shalom, shalom. This the brother Tazayar coming from Great Millstone, Indiana Camp here in Gary. Here to give all praises, glory, worship, and honor unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakai Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who are the true rulers and leaders of Israel today. And shalom to the true and sincere Akim out there preaching and teaching his truth and truth and sincerity. Alright? Without further ado, you know, we're in the end times right now, man. The disciples they asked, Yahweh Shai, like, what would be the signs of the end, right? So let's start there first. This is Matthew chapter 24, and I started 4. And Yahweh Shai answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in divers places. So see, he said it's going to be wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. So for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So we've been hearing that already. That's been going on, you know, a little since the Cold War actually, you know, and now is even on a different level because uh, everybody is basically having nuclear missiles capability. So that means America has more enemies than it does allies. You know, even its own allies is basically going to become their own enemies. It said, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. There shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in divers places. And we've been witnessing famines. We've been witnessing pestilences. And earthquakes is always hitting the rip the meter to the sevens, in certain states and countries. You know what I mean? It's really been going down out here in Babylon. All these are the beginning of sorrow. So we heard all of these things and we've seen all of these things, but it's still ramping up even more. It says, then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And there shall be many, and then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. But he that shall endure to the end, the same shall be saved. So the scripture said, what, man? People is going to hate and they're going to betray one another. It says that because of iniquity abounding, that the love of many shall wax cold. No, it's already bad because of the music that they push, on our people. Listen, the agenda, you know what I'm saying, to turn them into beasts, you know what I'm saying, savage ass beasts with no sense of morale or no code of, with honor and respect. Our people are turning into fucking just savage monsters, beasts, man, because all they know is gang bang, sell drugs, scam and finesse each other, kill one another. That's all they know, murder one another. So and it's gonna get worse because once them dollars in the streets crash, man, hey, every man for theyself. So you're gonna have people even being more cutthroat, something like the Book of Eli, right? It says, because iniquity shall rise. Con. We're definitely in them times, man. We go to Second Ezra, right? What's that? Chapter 15, I believe. Yep. And I'm gonna start it. I'm gonna start at 14. Second Ezra 15 to 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, For the sword in their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So we've seen, you know, these Edomites and these protesters, running up to the Capitol in Washington D.C., storming through, which is really the White House is like the capital of the United States. It's like a sanctuary. It's holy land for this demonic ass place, man. And you had, you know, common people running in there and defiling that holy land of wickedness in America. You know, so hey, that goes to show you they're not going to regard their kings nor princes because if they feel like they're not doing something according to their whim, they're going to take actions into their own hands. You know, verse 17: A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of their pride the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Man, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. And this is what Yahweh Shem is talking about. These people is gonna be out here running rampant, not giving a fuck about who they crossing over, who they gotta get through, what they gotta do to make it and survive. It's finna really come to some gruesome ass times, man. And this is what we must prepare our minds for. This is what we must pray to Yahweh Shem Shah, that we don't fall into them snares and into them traps. Why? And the reason why all this is gonna be happening was because of Revelations 12 and 12, man. You can't say it enough. This is Revelations 12 and 12. It says, Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. So that's what's going to be going on, man. Satan is going to be coming down upon this earth with great wrath. The devil, the adversary, you know. Man, as the scripture says, man, it's going to be a day like no other. It's going to be Jacob's trouble, you know. And there's going to be a lot of killings going on out here in these streets, man. Must have Isaiah 19 and 2. It goes right back into what the Lord said in Matthew 24. I'm going to read that. Isaiah 19 and 2. He said, and I will set the Egyptians